It's not the world that you hate, my friend. It's your world. So you don't need to look outside, you need to look inside and make peace with that hate. So who do you want to be? Who do you want to become? Can you follow that? Can you follow that direction? Or are you just going to sink and sink and sink into your hate? You know, if you save your own world, then you're saving the whole world. Humans are like you, they need the same things. They need to be safe, they want to be loved, they want to be free. So learn to break this wall of separation from others. If you see the suffering in other people, you will start to love the world, because you will start to care for it. And love comes after care very often. It develops as a direct continuation of care. So if you free yourself from the world, if you free yourself from this, then what remains? There remains just a space of exploration. How do you go from hating the world to loving the world? It's an important question. I used to hate this world, all of it, everyone. And maybe it's the same for you. And honestly, I understand. I understand because I can imagine that you've been through some very difficult things. So your default mode is hate. But you know, on my journey, I really learned to go from this hate to love, to loving this world of humans. It was a long journey, a long road. But that's the only way out. Show me another way out. You will have to learn this again. Because if you hate this world, you will be miserable for the rest of your life. You have to learn to come back to this world with your light, with your wisdom, with your happiness, because the world needs it. Well, how do you do it when you truly hate it? Well, first, let me tell you something. It's not the world that you hate, my friend. It's your world. And that's different. It's not the world. It's your own reality that you hate. But you think your own reality is the only thing that exists. So you project this out onto the actual real world. So the question is, how do you stop hating your reality? How do you stop also projecting your world onto the greater world? How do you stop thinking that what you're feeling is the entire reality? What you're thinking is the entire reality? Because it's absolutely not. Absolutely not. Everyone has such different experiences. So you will have to make peace with your world, your inner world. And you know, if you have childhood trauma, then you started to hate the world because you associated the world as the abuse. So if you've been abused by someone in your family or someone in a public space, then you're going to think that this is the world, and you associate the abuser with the world and the abuse with the world, and you believe this is the world. So you're living in your childhood world. That's a lot of word. But you know what I mean. So you will have to deconstruct this reality and try to make the difference between actually what you perceive and what's internal. So if you have hate on the world, you're just projecting your hate out. But the hate is inside, it's in your heart. So you don't need to look outside, you need to look inside and make peace with that hate. Because the hate is consuming you. It's consuming you. So you have to find your way, your unique way of making peace with that hate. It's not easy, but you have to meet it with compassion and understand what are the mechanisms behind this hate. What is it truly about? Is it about the fact that your childhood has been stolen? Is it about resentment for your abuser? Is it about the fact that no one understands you? What is it all about? Can you take care of this part of you? You know, only the peaceful man will see the peace around him. The suffering man will only see suffering around him. So who do you want to be? Who do you want to become? Can you follow that? Can you follow that direction? Or are you just going to sink and sink and sink into your hate? Can you see the beauty of things around you? I know that you have layers of disgust and sadness, but can you see at least one thing that you find beautiful around you? Or even behind me? Can you like one thing about this world? Birds, cooking, like art, I don't know. Can you like one thing? Can you start to connect with humans on the collective level? To connect with humanity? And making peace with humans? Humans being humans? It's not easy, huh? I know. You know, if you save your own world, then you're saving the whole world. And I will have to go through a jungle. Heal the world of your inner child, then you will heal the whole world, because you unconsciously perceive that this is the whole world, as I said before. And so you have to cultivate this goodness of life. You have to cultivate this enjoyment of things instead of cultivating the negativity. Because I know you're cultivating the negativity. I know. And you know you're doing it. Can you cultivate something else? Can you focus on what's good and try to follow that and bring that more in your life? Can you abandon the unwholesome states that you're living in? Can you abandon this addiction for chaos? Can you abandon judging others, putting them in boxes, putting labels on them? Because you will never love this world if you don't break free from the separation from the world. Humans are like you, they need the same things. They need to be safe, they want to be loved, they want to be free, they want to be understood, they want to be happy, and we all want the same thing. So why do you feel so separate from them? We are all the same deep down. There are different personalities, but we are all the same. So learn to break this wall of separation from others, which you're only into because you're judging and you're creating this within your own mind, and you're putting them as apart from you, as dangerous and different. You're literally the one doing this. Why? Is it necessary? Can you see the inner child in other people? Can you see the suffering in other people? If you see the suffering in other people, you will start to love the world, because you will start to care for it. And love comes after care very often. It develops after care. It develops as a direct continuation of care. You know, if you open the news, you will see so much bad things going on in the world. But the news are only made for this. They only know negativity. The truth is a lot of good things are happening. A lot of good things. But if you don't focus on that, you will never see that. So can you identify the filters you put on reality? The meta filters, like the big, large, at scale filters that you put onto the world and the definition you give it? Can you identify in you how you're saying the world is dangerous, the world is bad, the world is like this, humanity is like this, things are like this? Just because you think that doesn't mean it's the reality. The world is so vast and complex. How can you understand it? You know, all these labels, all this stuff, like this conclusion, this trying to put everything into a small box of understanding and of concepts. Like even in front of myself, there are two houses. In each of the houses, there is a unique world happening. Maybe in the front house, there's a single guy living with his dog. Maybe at the next house, there's a family, and I know none of them, none of their personality, none of their dreams. I don't know the atmosphere in the house. I don't know the decoration. Like, it's so vast. And these are just two houses. So imagine the entire world. And you think that you're drawing accurate conclusions? That's very bold. So if you free yourself from the world, if you free yourself from this, then what remains? There remains just a space of exploration, a space of curiosity, of creativity, of wonder, because you know nothing. And what's left to do? Just living, exploring, discovering. The truth is you don't know what the world is. And so if you don't know what the world is, then there's no reason to hate it. You hate it only because you have a reason to hate it. Find that reason and try to dissolve it with the light of your awareness. May this help you. May this change the world. Goodbye. Goodbye, my lover.